Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
Hello everyone, so today I'm making another video. We made a good progress. Сегодня я буду записывать еще одно видео. Для контраста запишу на английском. Если вы не понимаете язык, включайте субтитры на YouTube, он автоматически делает, они достаточно хорошего качества. И посмотрим, какая публика более адекватная, потому что они разнылись. Yeah, so as you can see, my mana is over 9,000. It's actually 9,999. And this is incredible. So last video we had 8,000 mana. We are still not at the full power of the build, but we are entering the stage of the min-maxing. So I will show you my gear, all of it, one by one, which upgrades I made. Let's go. So first, the belt. So this is a new belt. I have been killing the ritual boss over and over again, and I got those belts and I have corrupted them. And I have another corrupted belt, for example. I made this one. This is also very good. So it has a cold resist. But this is a perfect one. So it has intelligence. And it's a perfect roll. And I divided myself. So I divided to 79% and then I corrupted it. So I took the risk, I gambled, and I won. This is, I think this is the best belt we can get for our build. 97% one could be slightly better. Yes, it costs like a mirror. Yes, I'm not interested. I think I'm done here. This is about endgame as we get. We already corrupted Dream Fragments. Yes, and this is extremely expensive ring. 140 divines. 60 divines. Oh, you can actually buy it. This thing, 45 divines. I have bought this thing, so I had the previous one, which was like, I still have it. Yes. Yeah. So 250 more mana. At the stage where we are, this kind of increase is what we are looking for. 3% increase. 250 more mana. So I have been crafting a new glove. This is the glove I got now. It has intelligence, as you can see. So first, these are my boots. I crafted them myself. I have used endgame moments, so there is like 50 divines of craft at least, and I had a very good base to begin with. Yeah, so nearly perfect stats, and it has intelligence, 300 ES, and the gem maybe the wrong one, but anyway, this is quite good. Okay, the helmet as well. We have top tier suffix, everything is perfect, and then we have prefix, one is perfect, another is perfect, and the third one is tier 8. I can actually roll this if I want in the future, but there is a risk to break it, to lock, maybe roll something that is not good. So I'll double check before doing this. I have tried to craft the glove for like 3 times, and I made something like this one, for example. Yeah, I made something like this one. So it has a perfect suffix, as you can see. This is what I need. But in the prefix we are fucked up. We have attack, 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 and accuracy. We don't need these 3 stats. So it's entirely fucked up. Yeah, so to recraft this you need Omen of Annulment, maybe twice. Annul everything here and try to roll again. There is a very low chance, so I'm not sure if I want to invest another 20 divines in this already 60 divine ring gloves. Yeah, so gloves crafting have been very difficult, and these are the best I got. I bought them and I wanted to recraft accuracy into the flat energy shield, which is the best mod here, and we failed. So we roll the perfect accuracy. So the game kind of screws you with the crafting quite often, and it's very expensive. So I have spent like 80 divines on the gloves, very too much. But if you want to find the gloves this good, for example on the trade, you won't find anything. So I have seen one pair of gloves which were not good enough for me, but they were like what I'm looking for, and they were priced at 250 divines. So it's a bit difficult to buy. I'm not planning to spend 250 divines on a single piece of gear, especially if it's not perfect. Okay. So I have showed you the boots, the helmet, the gloves. For example, this one gives us almost 1000 mana. This one gives 1400. This one gives 1000 mana. So this is really good. This is my new ring, and this ring is nearly perfect. So it has tier 2 rarity, which is one of the best mods we can get in prefix. It has tier 1 intelligence. It has tier 2 coldness, and this allowed me to wear this ring because I was lacking on the resistance. Yes, and unfortunately I missed the cast speed. I slammed the cast speed with the essence, and unfortunately it missed. So it's tier 3 out of 4. It's not the great roll, but anyway, this ring gave me a massive boost to mana and our power. Our wand is not perfect, I know it. We have spent like 50 divines crafting it. Still, it's a rather good wand. I don't like the gain mana. I don't like the gain damage as extra lightning damage. So these two mods I would like to change. It may not be possible to improve this wand. Like, it will be too expensive. It will be cheaper to craft a new wand. So I will probably attempt another. I have been gathering bases, and I will attempt another craft of the wand when I get like 50 or 60 of them. So there is like 1 to 50 probability to roll plus 5 lightning skills. So when I get like 50-60 bases, I will try. I will not try again for like 10 or 20. I've already done it a few times and I failed. Yes, so here I have the refragments. And for the amulet, there is a possible upgrade here. So there are 2 useless stats: maximum energy shield, accuracy, but it's incredibly hard to get those. So I have basically searched for this amulet on trade. I need spirit for our castle on shock setup. I need all level spell skills. Undoubtedly, this is the strongest start. Yes, and for example, cast speed and all attributes. And if you add mana or something like this, it will cost like 100 or 200 divines. So, for example, I could probably buy an amulet like this one for 35 divines, but if I wanted to slap mana on it, it's impossible. Also, it depends on which base there are. There is probably a bad base which shows. Okay, so of course we use the best mana flask in the game. It gives us instant full recovery. I already showed it before. Yes. So the passive tree. Now that I have showed you the gear, our new passive tree is not something I definitely recommend to everyone. This is like a testing version. It's something I'm testing, playing with right now. I definitely think this is one of the best jewel right here. It gives us this, 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 and this. So it's very good. This jewel is definitely worth it. This jewel is also quite good and gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good nodes. So these nodes are rather strong, and it saves us a lot of points, which allow us to go all the way over here. Yes, and so we are stacking intelligence now. We are doing more on to stack intelligence, and there's an interesting anoint I found. I have anointed this thing. It gives us 3% more movement speed, and the movement speed is something that is the most lacking in this build, for example, and in many other builds. And I definitely wanted a little bit of more movement speed. So it's not significant, but anyway, it gives us 7% increased attributes, and because we have Against the Darkness here, it gives us 4% more intelligence. Yeah, so this one is actually giving us plenty of mana and plenty of DPS. So this is all the nodes. I have already shown the tree in previous videos. For most part, we have similar same nodes. Nothing really changed for much, except we have abandoned some crit here, some damage here, and we basically went all the way down, and we got the lightning rod. Now, lightning rod is something I'm testing. I really don't like how it works with non-critical hits only. So crit is one of the best damage scaler in the end game. It's very easy to like bloat it, grow it, and it gives you a lot more DPS. If you look at the spread on the spark, it's not. Wait, let me show it. Can we show it? Okay. So spread on the lightning conduit is 22,000 to 77,000. So it's 1 to 3, right? But spread on spark is 3,700 to 81,000. So this is a very big spread. And being lucky means it rolls twice between this range. So spark has a little bit of RNG factor to its damage. It's not the most stable thing. Sometimes it can hit 20 times less than the maximum damage, right? And this thing, it doesn't show on the tooltip. Okay, so our tooltip has gotten a little bit less, but in reality it is much more. So until they launch the pop, I'm not sure how much this gives. It probably gives like 30 or 40% more DPS. It can be quite overpowered, but then it doesn't scale with critical hits. So I have been more taking out critical hit chance in the tree, and I still have the old jewels which give us critical spell damage. And here's another thing. Damage bonus to the right, so critical hit chance. So here's another thing. Those jewels, basically the best mods on them are the crit mods, because if without crit it will be hard to fill those suffixes. So basically you can get recover 2% mana and maybe cast in there, if I'm right. And this mana recovery on kill is insane because it scales with our mana pool. So we recover 2% on each kill, and we have several of those jewels. So this gives us insane sustain. So basically unkillable on the map. Sometimes I can even stand in those explosion grounds, but because I kill the mobs all the time, my HP, my mana instantly recharges. So our next upgrades. I've already discussed how this can be improved. Basically, if we get a flat energy shield, this can get plus 100. Plus 100 energy shield will give us maybe 300 more mana or 200 more mana, so it multiplies. It would be great if I did it today, but unfortunately I failed. I already spent like 80 divines on this gloves crafting, so I'm not spending more. We'll have to wait. Yeah, I think this is the best we can do for now, and I have already searched all the trade. There is nothing better to buy, to craft, and yeah, I have very little bases on gloves. I have like 7 bases, and I think you need like 200 of those bases to craft something good. Okay, so our next upgrade not be gloves, not be this. The ring is quite good, so I'm quite happy with it for now. I think our next upgrade can be the wand, so maybe we could improve on the wand. I could improve on the amulet, so the amulet has a lot of space for improvement. This is basically item level 80, it's not great, but the problem is the spirit. Yeah, so because we need spirit on amulet, it's much harder to craft it. It's a random mod, It doesn't have like a sense crafting or anything, so you can force it. Yeah, so the speed is the tricky part. Anyway, I think the amulet and the wand are the place for future improvement. It's hard to improve on this mana, so this is quite good roll. I can check again on the... Well, if we have unlimited currency, we could probably just annul it if we fuck up and do it all over again until we hit the perfect roll. But we don't have unlimited currency, unfortunately. I have earned quite a lot of money. And guys, I have forgotten to warn you in the previous video, but people who do not follow the channel, who do not press the thumbs up button, who do not leave a comment under the video, and basically still watch the content and they gain some benefit for themselves, they'll be automatically cursed with a negative rarity curse. So this curse will not show in your stats, but it works. It is extremely effective. In fact, it is so much effective that yesterday I had the best day in PoE 2. I have farmed like 150 divines. Easily, like without effort. I didn't play the full day either. I didn't farm 100 maps, so I had a chill day. I went for some bosses, I got like 3 belts, I got a gem worth of 30 divines, I got something else, I have crafted something. Yeah, so the curse works, basically. People who didn't follow the channel, who didn't leave the comment, who didn't do anything in return to promote the video, and basically the previous video, it has much fewer views, but it is actually extremely valuable. Basically, I share advices and practical tips on how to make money, how to farm the map, farm the atlas, how to progress into the end game. And people don't watch this. Okay, they think they're smarter, and then they like endlessly complain, oh, I don't have A stones, I don't have currency, oh, I have 2 divines drop in a week, and what to do? How do I buy an item for 20 divines? All right. So they're completely out of touch with the reality. So one more thing I want to say about the state of the game. It has been horrible. It is absolutely horrible. I had 3 freezes where I had to restart PC in one day, and I'm using PoE and Crusher in admin mode all the time. Okay, so I do not launch the game without PoE and Crusher at all, and I had 3 freezes which had still to restart. So PoE and Crusher didn't help always. So sometimes you just crash and that's it. It doesn't catch the game in the time to allocate those cores or something. Then there's a new bug where you press like passive 3 and then you just crash. So I had this like 7 times in a day. It was extremely annoying. There are some skills which you press, you crash, like Siphon on the wand. I'm not gonna press it, okay? I'm not gonna risk it. And the servers are extremely unstable, so I'm not sure how to define it, because in some hours you just have life spikes, in other hours you have like FPS drops, sometimes you have some kind of sound glitches. It has been horrible, on top of all the bugs the game has. Like the previous day I had a ring, which was when I equip it, I lose mana. No, for real, I had 9,000 mana, I equip the ring, I have 8,000 mana. So it worked like this. It's a bug. It's like some visual glitch or something, some kind of wrong mana calculation. Basically, yes. But there are a lot of those bugs, and it's incredibly annoying to play the game right now. And I wish for everyone to wait for early access to end, for them to release several like major patches and to actually fix this mess. It has been painful to play, really. Like I'm just very close to finishing my build. I'm very close to. I have made a substantial progress in the character progression, and this build is incredibly strong. So basically, when we had 6,000 mana, we had half of DPS we have now. We one-shot all the pinnacle bosses. I made a new clean stash tab for maps, and this is how much I get for like 2 or 3 maps or something. Yes. So, okay guys, I'm gonna go